Hello everybody, and welcome to Nomad Tattoo Reel. I'm Kocha and I will be your host for this journey that we are going on. I wanted to make this video to welcome everybody to the channel and for me to explain a little bit of backstory, to explain my goals, and also to say some thank yous to some of my influence and the people that have inspired me to make this channel and to continue to grow. My name again is Kocha. I'm an American tattoo artist and I'm currently living in beautiful sunny Bucharest, Romania. It's hot at the moment, but it's still morning, so the heat's only going to get higher. I decided to leave the United States and move to Europe because I'm addicted to traveling. I've got a severe case of wanderlust. I'm not happy if I stay still in one place for too long, and travel really inspires my art. Secondly, I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life, but not always a visual artist. When I was younger, I was really big into poetry and writing, and then I discovered a love of music when I was about 10 and started playing various instruments, starting from the saxophone and the recorder in elementary school up to guitar when I was 12, and for the past 20 years I've been a guitarist. I got my first tattoo when I was 16. I hopped the border, went to Canada, went to an old school biker shop, and I got tattooed on my back. The guy was smoking a cigarette while he was tattooing me. I was smoking as well. And that really started my addiction to tattooing. I joined the military when I was 17 after coming back home and asking my mom to sign the paperwork so that I could join. And that continued my love of tattoos. My collection expounded from the moment I joined the military. And the military is another one of my big influences. And I traveled a lot for the military, so that just fueled the fire, so to say. But I didn't come to Europe. I first came to Europe back in 2012 as a whim. I was working in Seattle, and I just got tired of what I was doing. Maybe I'll talk about that some other time. I got tired of what I was doing, and went home, talked to my wife, said that's it, or I'm it. Let's leave. Just find the cheapest tickets. So, nu știu. So I bought tickets. Sorry, where was I? We bought tickets for September 11th to Sofia, Bulgaria, and we went to Bulgaria. Long story short, we ended up liking Romania more than Bulgaria, but we had to go back to the US for a little while, and that's kind of where this bit of the story begins. Went back to the US, tried to open up my own tattoo shop in my old hometown. I kind of naively thought that I would be able to be successful because I was going back to my hometown, and I thought that that would really help my business grow. And I have been a manager of other places. I've been in leadership roles, management roles before, but never owning my own business. And while I was back home, it didn't work so easily. And I started having some, mental issues, getting really depressed with the business, trying to take care of my family. Sorry about that. Ran out of memory on my phone, so I had to go back and delete some things. So as I was saying, I went back home and tried to open up my own business, and things weren't exactly going right for me. I was having all types of troubles, big stress with taking care of my wife, taking care of my kids, starting the business, trying to grow as an artist. And I came across Brian Rose and his channel London Reel, and that's why I've decided to name this channel Nomad Tattoo Reel. because Brian Rose has, over the past 2 years, really inspired me with his interviews and with his message. And down below I will link to his channel, and I highly suggest you start viewing those if you've never seen Brian Rose or any of his videos. And then that really helped me. It helped motivate me, helped guide me, listening to the motivational speakers that he had, listen to the entrepreneurs that he had, listen to the scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson he interviewed, which was absolutely amazing because science is one of my major influences. And that's the thing that's interesting about me and about my art, is that my biggest influences aren't artists. I've never been a visual artist, so you know, the works of Van Gogh and Rembrandt and famous tattoo artists, they just don't really mean much to me. I mean, they do now that I've been in the industry for 8 years, but I've learned everything about visual art through tattooing. I mean, when I first got my apprenticeship, I had to learn how to start tracing. You know, I was that bad, and now I'm traveling the world as a tattoo artist. So, but my inspiration comes from all different places, including scientists and motivational speakers, music. As a musician for 20 years, music is a major influence on me. So seeing Brian Rose's interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson really helped me out. And then he's also interviewed lots of really successful athletes, really successful entrepreneurs, like I said. And just hearing all these people and hearing all their stories and what they've gone through and their weaknesses and what they've had to fight for and how they've had to overcome these odds, it takes someone off of this pedestal and it brings them down to a level where you can humanize them. And I see that right now in the tattoo industry. I look on YouTube, I look on the TV, and tattoo artists, we've gone from being, you know, the underbelly, the seedy bikers, the criminals in prison and everything. So all of a sudden now tattoos are really popular, thankfully. But also some artists are put on this rock star level. And not everything is like our friends over at Sullen. Not everything's like that, you know. Those guys have worked their asses off for a long time to get to the point that they're at. But most people just kind of miss out on that. So that brings me to my goal here, is to humanize tattoo artists and to show you the real part of being a tattoo artist. And the stuff that we go through that isn't rockstar, which isn't glamorous. And I mostly want to concentrate on guest artists and guys that travel like me. There's a bunch of us that all we do is go from convention to convention. We travel, we have one home base, and we go and we work for weeks, months at a time at other shops. And it's like being a musician on the road, and we spend a lot of time away from our friends, we spend a lot of time away from our family and our loved ones, and it's really hard for us to do this sometimes, and for us to continue that passion and to wake up in another hotel room, wake up on another couch, be in another place, like for me, where you don't speak the language, you have a hard time communicating with the clients and giving them what they want. And it's great, you know. I wouldn't trade traveling for anything in the world. I wouldn't trade tattooing for anything in the world. I do this because I love my kids. I love my wife, but it's really hard being away from them. But you don't see that on TV, you know. You don't really see that on YouTube. You don't see that when you're watching a cool time lapse of a video. You don't see that when on the how-to tattoo videos that are all on YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do. So over the next, hopefully, year or two, hopefully longer, as I travel, you're going to be traveling with me. When I get to meet new artists, you're going to be able to pick their brains with me, and you're going to be able to find out what it's like being a tattoo artist on the road. And you're going to help me, and hopefully together we are going to find the art and life. And I hope that you will join me. Thank you very much.